Next to me are 13 different pictures. Take a few seconds to look at them. Which ones look successful to you? And which ones don't? Most people probably notice things like money, big houses, success that looks impressive. But there are also things here like family, helping others, or just being happy. And that made me wonder something. What does success actually mean? Hi, I'm Celine, and this is something I've been trying to figure out. You might be wondering, why is she talking about this now? She's only in seventh grade. But that's exactly why. Because this is when we start forming ideas about our future. This is when people start asking us what we want to be. And without realizing it, we start choosing answers that sound impressive instead of ones that feel right. Let me ask you something. When someone asked you as a kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? What did you usually think about? Did you think about what you enjoy? Or did you think about what sounded impressive? Because for me, it was definitely the second one. My answer kept changing. Doctor, neurologist, surgeon, psychiatrist, sometimes all in the same week. At one point, I even made a full plan for my future career and it changed by dinner. And the weird part is, I thought I was being responsible. I thought I was thinking about my future. But I wasn't really exploring what I liked. I was choosing what sounded successful, what sounded impressive, what people would respect. And I didn't even realize I was doing it. I wasn't asking myself, do I enjoy this? I was asking, does this count as success? Have you ever heard of a doctor that heals people for free? This is Dr. Mohammed Mashali. He is known for a lifetime of treating his patients free of charge. He worked 12 hours a day even while he was in his late 70s. He made a vow that would shape the rest of his life. He would never charge a patient that couldn't afford his care again. And that's what success means to him. Think of the word success. Just one word or image that comes to your mind. Now think of this instead. What makes a life meaningful? The question is the same idea, but it feels different. There are two goals that people chase: intrinsic goals and extrinsic goals. Don't worry about the name. Think of it like this: intrinsic goals is like choosing to learn something new or spending time with people you actually like instead of just reopening your bank account like it's going to change your personality. Extrinsic goals is goals like wealth, status, and image. I like to call it the how successful I look on paper package. And when you obsess over extrinsic goals, like it's the only thing you know, you feel less happy or more stressed. But when you focus more on intrinsic goals, you feel better overall. Success doesn't have just one clear meaning. People end up chasing very different things in life. Some focus on money or status, while others focus on relationship and personal growth. And depending on what you choose, it can completely change how you feel about your own life. I came across a site from Oxford Academy that says about 70% of adults are not satisfied with their work. And that means they didn't choose something that they actually want. Because if you ask a student what success is, they'll probably say, no homework if you're lucky. If you ask a parent what success is, they'll say, a stable job, a secure future. A teacher, hard work, discipline, consistency. Same word, completely different meaning. And that's the problem. Because if success means something different to everyone, then how do you know if you've actually reached it? What if you spend your whole life chasing someone else's definition and never stop to question if it's yours? Here's an example. In, in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, when Harry Potter looked into the mirror of Erised, which is a mirror that shows your deepest wish, Harry Potter didn't see money or fame. He saw his parents standing right beside him. And that's what success means to him. At first, I thought that if I looked in front of that mirror, I would see good grades or money. But then I stopped to think, why is that what I want? Then I realized I want to make my parents proud. I thought good grades, money, or status made them proud. But they're already proud of me. They're always proud of me. So if you believe there is something you truly want, maybe you should stop to think deeper. Why is that what you want? So I started thinking differently. What if success isn't about what you achieve? What if it's how you grow, how you treat people, how you feel about your own life? And that brings me back to that doctor. He didn't choose the answer that sounded the most impressive. He chose the one that helped the most people. He spent years caring for others who had nothing, not because it made him look successful, but because to him, it was success. I'm still a student and I still don't have everything figured out. Some days I still think doctor sounds impressive. Other days I think nap sounds like a career path. But now, when I think about my future, I ask a different question. Not just what sounds successful, but what kind of life do I actually want to live? And maybe that's why the mirror of Erizid was so powerful. Because it didn't show people what looked the most impressive. It showed them what they truly cared about. So now, if you stood in front of this mirror, what would you see? Because maybe success isn't about what the world wants you to see. Maybe it's about what you see when nobody else is looking. Thank you.